Saw Part 2! I went to the shack around 9, so it would have been about 10:30. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
What?
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire?
It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. And Nick almost died. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall.
What did you say? Oh, don't worry, nothing life-threatening. He just got a cold.
Aw, she loves him.
As always, hard to know if he should be called lucky or unlucky. Yeah, she seemed to really be worried about him.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examinations.
But she's like 18, right? He's 23 or something.
Do you see how buff Nick is?
Did I ever?
In fact, I have to... Oh, I'm not on the Wii U menu side. I was going to jump up, bring in the Wii U browser and go to our fan art page and show... Moot did an amazing fan art of Nick running across the bridge.
All oiled up?
All oiled up and crying as he runs across the bridge with a giant muscular chest. It was really good. There's a couple of that scene done.
Yeah,
a couple people did
totally.
it, but his is just like over the top. Anyways.
I went to the shack
At around 9.
Yeah.
So it would have been about 10:30. How does he come to the conclusion he's just estimating?
I think
Alright.
so.
I just don't understand how one relates to the other of knowing. Alright.
Because
You
he
did- looked
went
at a
up
clock or you
every
didn't?
20 minutes.
Okay.
I-
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half?
Well, if you really must know, I just rubbed one out or so.
I was busy being excited. I was right.
I guess.
Excited? Dare I even ask? I can't believe they're going there.
I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early. Me too.
Get it?
Yes.
Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end. Wow, this has got a lot of entendres. I think this is all intentional.
Maybe.
Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did
And
they?
Von Karma has to just come in and squash it.
Yeah.
Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories about you, son of a fucker! Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So for 20 minutes or so, I went to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. I was lying under my bedding
When a white flash almost blinded me. What's up?
He lives in the shack?
Apparently. It makes sense to me. This light was, of course...
lightning! Like, kapow! Suddenly frightening. Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom. Big bada boom. Multipass!
Or a little kid, or a little like that. Like that.
Wow! That's more like a punch from Miranda.
Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge?
Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, saw.
Looked out the window and it was on fire. Seeing that, what did you do?
What do you think? I was burning up as well from the fire in my heart.
Oh.
And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge.
Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so first I thought, forget it! I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind or some fucking shit.
Pretty much stopped snowing.
Meaning that
It was
he
at
estimated 10:30, but this must have been after 11.
10:40, I think.
Oops. How do I get to my... Alright, and the weather report says that...
Snow 7 to approximately 10:50. So
pretty much stopped snowing. So it still works out. If the snow went to
Lightning.
10:50,
but lightning struck the Dusky Bridge at 10:45.
yeah. And he said it pretty much stopped snowing. That's still that's
Okay.
like a person would kind of say that if snow was almost done.
Yeah,
I don't think we
okay.
can jump on that. I don't think. I'm not sure I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, witness.
There's still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out.
You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that?
The lightning fell, and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it works out.
I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out! TM.
How far is this small shack you've from the bridge?
Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. So I guess about a 5-minute walk.
And how did the Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare.
Well, should I press him for a little bit? No reason not to, right? It's not gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
Was there one more statement? We could say not right now and come back.
I think there is one more statement.
I don't think we can expect any more relevant information. Probably best to turn to other leads. Witness, please continue.
That's what I ran into next.
How did Phoenix Wright look when you met him?
He looked like a beaten up mule. He was dead tired. And then he was dead. He died in the river. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. He had run all the way from Hazakura Temple. He simply stood staring at me, breathing hard for a moment.
How far is it to Hazakura Temple from the bridge? And what did he look like with his shirt off?
On his legs, a 15-minute run, I'd say. It's pretty small legs.
And that's when the murder was reported?
That's right. And then he took a fall from the bridge.
He told me about the burning bridge yesterday. But there's something that didn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth.
Because if Phoenix Wright left Hazakura Temple, it would take 15 minutes to get there. But to hurt the
But when
lightning-
did Phoenix leave? Immediately upon discovering the murder, which could have been any amount of time, because his discovery came after Bikiti passed out. Which, so, like...
Okay, let's just
You know.
push that one statement,
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, let's just... You said right away, but exactly how long... Okay, we'll just get to the pushing. Alright. Why didn't you call anyone, or why did you go to the bridge? That's stupid.
Yeah, why didn't you call anyone?
Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face?
Why didn't you call anyone?
What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try to tell someone. There is a public phone right by the Dusky Bridge, correct?
Well, of course I thought of doing that, you fucker.
So then, let's hear why you didn't.
Yeah, okay. A reason. My reason. Gotta think of a lie. Did I say that out loud? Whatever, doesn't matter. Edge is an idiot. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone. I just didn't have the time, okay? So fuck off.
All right.
I arrived
at the bridge, and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
His timing's all fucked up.
Yeah, but there's so many times involved, and there's so many kind of soft times where it's
Yeah.
like there's 5 to 10 minutes give or take that it's
Yeah.
hard to come to conclusions as a player right now. You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright.
Yeah.
Why is he lying? What is he lying about?
I don't know.
I thought I better tell something about this. So I told Nick when he got there. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. Totally made me forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway.
Really?
No,
it wasn't.
No, it burnt for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and no.
No buts.
What's this feeling? Suddenly I have a terrible case of unease.
Oh, he has diarrhea. Edgy.
Please ignore that. The court will strike that from the record. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. More or less.
He told me about the burning bridge yesterday, but there's still... Okay. Right. I went to the shack around... What?
Something smells, and for once, it's not the butt.
Alright, so Alright. Looking for a contradiction in a statement. I went to the shack around 9.
Wouldn't it be just the last statement? Because...
You want to start and go backwards? I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up. Remember, the actual...
fuck.
Yeah, that statement
not
about
part
the
of
bridge
his
burning
statement.
wasn't a part of the statement.
Okay, we could start at the beginning then.
We need to baby step through it. I went to the shack around 9, so it would have been 10:30 p.m. When the lightning struck, he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Which contradicts... I don't know where they got, in the weather data, where they got the witness testimony for when the lightning struck.
Yeah.
Because it says lightning struck the Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Was it Butts that they got this information from? Because he seems to be contradicting himself.
Well, that's it then, right?
Alright, well, we'll see. It would have been about 10:30. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. Can't contradict that. I looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire. Also, wait a minute. Can you see?
I think you probably can. They're very close.
We've been there. We can see.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we know
Yep,
that you
you're
can.
right.
There was still some thunder. So at 10:30 he thinks there was still thunder. Oops.
Yeah, lightning 10 to approximately 11.
Sure.
So there's thunder.
I arrived and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
It's got to be the first statement. And the
5-minute
weather
walk
report.
from his shack to the bridge, which was a note brought up by during one of the pressing, and he thinks it was 10:45 or 10:30 when the lightning struck. 5 minutes to get there, 10:35.
He thought about going for 5 minutes.
And then went
went.
up. So 10:40. By the time he gets up there,
Yeah.
what other data do we know about when Nick discovered Bikini and ran down here?
I don't know.
That's the thing. And would we have that evidence?
I don't think there's anything in here that has a specific time set to it.
Besides that, we know that there's too many times. I don't know. This does seem weird, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. It's gotta be. It's a clear contradiction.
Yeah,
He
it
said
is.
it was 10:30 when lightning struck, and the weather report says that's not true.
Yeah.
Fuck. How? Why? It does contradict it, though. The weather report clearly says 10:45, so why are you off by 15 minutes, butts? God damn it.
That's stupid.
That is stupid.
Should we save right now?
Well, yeah, I guess. It
No, it
says
doesn't.
10:45.
Yeah, it says lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45.
Hold it!
Every 20 minutes, I went to the bridge. That is also weird. So, at 10, he went back to the shack. So it would have
That's
been.
okay.
All right. Once again, Phoenix Wright rules. The rules that it should follow itself.
Uh-huh.
Clear contradiction in a statement. So, since this wasn't true, even
I
though
guess because he says about 10:30.
it's still off by 15 minutes when we're talking about precision here.
Yeah.
He also goes on to say that Nick showed up a minute after he arrived. Like, it's all very much like we need to get a fucking timeline here in the courtroom. Emergency surgery in the studio. I was lying under my bedding when the white flash almost blinded me. There's nothing that, you can't contradict that, right? Like, lightning is a white flash. It showed, like, it is odd that this was accompanied by art of him being under his bedding. Like, is there something...
Do you want to press that again so we can see that image?
Alright.
But it's in like our mind's eye, right? Or
Yeah,
his
but it's
mind's
still,
eye?
it's just a clue to me that, like, they want us to pay attention to this statement.
Did you see anything special there?
No.
I looked at the window, and there is a window. We don't have any pictures of the shack, so I don't think we do.
No. He also says that the light. Oh yeah, the stuff about when the fire starts going out isn't a part of his statement.
Yeah.
It's in the pressing part.
The occasional lightning strikes.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Ring the bells at 10.
I don't think there's any way we can contradict that. Because we don't have any hard evidence on times. Like, we don't have a piece of evidence that says...
that Nick showed up at the bridge.
Is assuming that there's any contradiction there. But yeah, we don't have any evidence that says when police were called.
Yeah. What's the one that we keep kind of disregarding?
None at this point. I'm desperate, and I'm like...
The Dusky Bridge was on fire. Looked out the window and it was on fire. It was immediately on fire. Like...
It burned for 30 minutes after being struck.
Your timeline's all fucked up, dude. When a white flash almost blinded me. Oh, should we, that's a good point. We could have pressed multiple statements to that
Really?
one.
But that other thing didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, that's
If
true.
we're struggling this much, maybe that's...
But that's stupid.
Yeah.
I did forget about that because it was so dumb.
Yeah, me too. Why did you go to the bridge?
We know why he went to the bridge.
I know.
Okay. So you suddenly thought to check out the bridge? Why? It's not like it was on fire or something. It's not like you were meeting someone there and a dangerous thing had occurred at the place where you were meeting someone. Does this mean that you initially had no intention of doing so?
Well, yeah, I guess it does.
What do you mean?
He had no intention of checking out the bridge. Just continue.
It was really cold. I didn't want to go out there.
If that's the case, why did you change your mind? I would like to hear your reasoning. Weird. What a weird, like that. I just would have never chosen that question.
Yeah, no.
In which case, please give testimony to that effect, witness.
My reasoning?
It was on fire.
Okay, reasoning, is it? I thought I'd never get another chance to see something so big burning.
What the fuck? You don't need a reason to go check out a burning bridge.
No. It's a burning bridge. You go
'Cause-
look at it.
But you said it was cold, so why did you change your mind?
Well, I thought that maybe a giant burning bridge was more important than gold.
He thought he could warm up by the burning bridge. Obviously.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my god. Anyways, how is this? There's also nothing I can do with this. It doesn't matter.
Press it, yeah.
So you decided to go and see what was happening?
That's right. We're talking about a massive suspension bridge burning to high heaven. That's not something you see every day. A real specule. Like, really special?
Can we freely trust a witness who is unable to pronounce spectacle? Life seems to love hitting this poor witness below the belt.
Well, my motto is to hit life back as hard as I can. Ah!
I'll give you a few hits too if you like, with my whip. He told me about the burning bridge yesterday, but there's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change, okay, what doesn't fit then? So this is our only new statement. There's nothing I can do with that either.
Big burning. Oh.
I'm stumped.
But I went right away to check it out. Again, he waited 5 minutes, but whatever. What was... I never thought I'd chance to see something.
I would say it has to be the other statement. I agree. Oh, accidentally, I have to push the one before it, right? To get the other statement back. Because there's absolutely nothing I can do with that. You can't contradict Butt's opinion that he wouldn't get a chance to see something that big burning again. I have evidence that you've seen many things bigger than that. You've been to Burning Man 3 years in a row.
And in their version of Burning Man, it's just like burning big mansions.
Why didn't you call anyone? So his reason is because Nick showed up and Nick made the call.
Yeah.
But there's no contradiction in this either. Like, I can't think of...
Nick showed up a minute later. He waited around for 5 minutes. It takes him 5 minutes to get to Dusky Bridge. It took Nick 15 minutes. We don't know when Nick left. Really, we don't know when Butts left.
Yeah, we can't even assume that Nick left when lightning struck anyways. Like, because Nick, in Nick's account, we were playing as him at the time. No lightning came into play.
Yeah.
At any point. Nick just gets up and walks around, right? What gets him up?
He has to pee.
Is that it? Alright. Yeah, well, I'm stumped. At this point, I would just go... This is the type of part in the game... When I first played through this the first time, I didn't use any internet. I just went with brute force and took anything that seemed like it had any relevance to any statement and presented it. Barring that, I'm going to just ask the chat for a hint. Does anybody in there...
You did see the time when you went to Dusky Bridge as Nick?
Yeah, but there's no evidence that I have to show what the time is.
Weather data statement?
That's not really a... Okay. Why?
So it's the weather data. Lightning struck at 10:45, around 30 minutes.
I don't see the contradiction. He said lightning struck. Even if he waited 20 minutes, he still would have gotten up there to see the burning bridge.
And we know that there's a contradiction between like 30 minutes passing between the fire starting and going out, but we don't know where we could present that, right?
Data coming from pressing, the details coming from pressing has nothing to do with what you contradict. You have to directly contradict what is set in green. The amount of time it burnt? I don't get it.
Well, we've talked about this.
What?
The fact that it was 30 minutes that the bridge was on fire.
Yeah.
But according to Buzz, it was like on fire for 10 minutes.
But where does he say that?
He said it somewhere in the...
Yeah, but that's...
Like
yeah.
by the time he got there, basically the fire was out or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? He says that at some point,
Right.
but it's not in green
But
right
it's not
now,
in
so
green.
we can't
That's not how the
contradict.
game works. You're supposed to contradict directly something stated in green.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna save. This is rough.
No, by the time Butts went up, the fire would not be out.
No. It wouldn't be. He could have waited... He could have waited, like, yeah. He says he saw a flash, waited 5 minutes, then decided to check it out, and it takes about 5 minutes to get there. That gives him another 20-minute window before the fire goes out. Alright, anyways. The problem is that he says that when he got there, it was pretty much going out. Which means that he was at the tail end of it, which means what did he do with that 20 extra minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And that Nick arrived a minute after he got there, meaning, again, if he only waited 5 minutes, then went up and it takes 5 minutes, then Nick would be another 10 minutes to get there. But he says Nick showed up almost right away.
Mm-hmm.
And that we've had on our minds since the beginning. We've known that his time is fucked up with that. But
Yeah.
where in here does it say directly, like, you know...
Do you want to just try it for this one?
I'll try it. But what's just annoying us here is that we are used to always directly contradicting something in green, and it's just not here.
I guess.
It's kind of there, but it's not nearly as concrete as you're used to in this game.
Yeah.
All right.
Objection.
And it's that.
Fuck. This man.
Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. Like, we were on this track from the beginning, but we were just waiting for the right statement that could actually be directly contradicted, because he wasn't using any concrete statements.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of an alien!
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him or something? Terrible at those.
This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge and immediately went to see what happened. Wait, no, he said he waited 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Edgeworth, he specifically said that he waited a little bit before he decided that...
Maybe he's testing Larry Butts to see if Butts says, no, he waited 5 minutes.
Is this correct? No, it's not.
Yeah, well,
I wasted about... Exactly, Edgeworth. God damn it, you're the fucking defense attorney. I rely on you to at least remember things.
But more or less.
No, more. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45. You say it took less than 5 minutes from the shack to the Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there around 11 p.m. No, it means he got there at 10:55. Can we be more goddamn precise when all of this matters? Time matters. So stop rounding it up by 5 minutes at a time, because that's going to add up to nothing making sense, Edgeworth.
That all sounds about right, I guess.
Stop saying things like about and around.
Yeah.
And then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
Daddy is around 11 p.m., TJ Gallen? I guess it is. You just ignored everything I just said. In instances like this, it fucking matters not saying around or about. That is impossible. Why point out the exact thing I just acknowledged?
Maybe leg.
Nope. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Azakura Temple.
No, but it happened between 10 and 11.
And yeah, because we know that the 11 p.m. exact thing is the act of taking the blade out, not necessarily the murder. Yeah. We don't know when the actual murder is. All we know is that what Bikini saw happened at 11, and that could have been anything. We could have seen a blade being taken out. She could have seen another blade being put in. Who knows what she saw? We didn't establish any of that. We don't know that the murder was at 11. We just know that the staging of the murder or the stabbing was at that time. Anyways, thus Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered at the Dusky Bridge at that time. Conjecture. Come on.
Excuse me, I have an objection.
Shut up, Larry. You do? You I don't know his voice.
Edgy, how many times do I have to say this?
There you go, Von Karma.
It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. Oh, it's so satisfying when a character actually fucking agrees with me in this game.
Uh-huh.
The sister only said around 11 p.m. Oh, yeah, that's true. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing there, Miss Francesca Von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is no way that the Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And fine not. Have confidence, Von Karma. It's clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must be burning until 11:15. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge as it was burning last night. He did not arrive there until the flames had died down. Okay, looks burning to me though. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. Wright did not make it until at least 11:15. Are you still trying to hide something from us? What happened during the missing 15 minutes? Edgeworth, according to you, the missing hard 15 minutes, he's using hard numbers now, could be anywhere from fucking 30 to 5 because of your rounding up and down.
Eric, I guess I just feel like I woke up. I guess I was still sleeping after all. Somebody pinch me.
Order, ah! So there must be a missing 15-minute prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. It's kind of tricky because they never showed the bridge when it was on Superfire. Whoa, Superfire. I hardly see that as much of a problem.
Yeah, not much of a problem at all, you fucker.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Did you simply watch the bridge burn? That is not the problem here.
That is the problem.
That
here.
is the problem here. Even after the bridge was burnt out, he was still there. He simply stood there and didn't report anything. That's what it sounds like. This might be Larry we are talking about, but even he is incapable of being so stupid. Don't put that past him.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason for his inaction. No,
Is he drawing?
there really doesn't need to be a reason. Because
Yeah.
this game could just as easily say, oh yeah, I was just entranced by the flames. And that would be the reason, and they would make us accept that.
Yeah.
I'm Larry Butts. Edgy? I think it's about time I got serious with your dad.
Just as I thought, you've been playing with us all this time.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Oh, fucking hell. Yes.
I may really say that. Oh God,
What? Then say it. Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Alright. God damn it. We'll take a break. I need it.
Uh-huh.
That,
Clear your brain.
as much as I complain about Phoenix Wright, it's actually kind of rare
What?
for that to have happened. That contradicting a statement in green that really isn't a hard contradiction. Mm-hmm. Phoenix Wright, despite its flaws, has usually been pretty damn good about that, at least.
Yeah.
Even if the hard contradiction is still debatable, it's usually at least still.
It's so frustrating because we knew where the issue was.
We were on the tail of the times, like, you know, him being there, taking too much time for Phoenix and
Yeah.
too little time for him.
Yeah.
We knew that. There was a gap. However, they didn't make it just a hard statement for us to grasp our hands into and say, weather report, bam.
Yeah.
In addition to that, we earlier tried to present the weather report to an exact time statement.
Yeah.
An exact time statement
The 10:30,
at the earlier, the 10:30,
10:45.
that was a hard contradiction. We had a statement that said 10:45 and a guy who was saying
In green.
in green 10:30.
10:30.
That lightning struck. That is stupid too.
Yeah.
And so we keep going. You know, it's funny. I've heard. Well, somebody commented saying that the creator of the series, I keep forgetting his name. As the series goes on, famously, the series gets more obtuse like that.
Yeah.
And that they say that with the next games where he took a break, and I can't remember this. I played Apollo Justice, but again, I can't remember it. Apparently, Apollo Justice gets back to hard statements.
Really?
And back to logic-ish.
Oh, that's cool.
Even though it still involves a magician. But it gets back to logic for a while. But apparently, the creator is the most guilty.
Really?
Of, putting story over fact-proving gameplay, kind of.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is only what I've heard, even though I've played the game, I can't remember. And then people say the Dual Destinies is when the creator comes back and it goes right out the window again. So
Fuck,
be ready for
man.
a ride
Oh
when
my
we
God.
finally tackle that game. Anyways, we'll be back after this. Stay tuned.